Okay, let's go.
Yeah? Ready? Okay. So, good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
Rohit. Rohit Xavier Shaji,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Because I typed his name so many times in all kinds of posters and information about our plays. Because you've been with the Auroville Theatre Group
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, 2.5 years, I guess.
Yeah, 2.5 years. I mean, that's not a huge time, but
then still, yeah.
but still, yeah. What was the first play that you?
Peter Pan. We worked in Peter Pan. I acted in Peter Pan.
Okay.
After that, the Professor.
Okay.
I directed the Professor.
Yes. Give the full title.
Chronicles of the Immortal Professor.
The Chronicles of the Immortal Professor.
Which was adapted from the lesson
right.
by Eugene Ionesco.
Right.
And then after that, The Fire, which you directed.
Spiritual Journey of a Nomad.
Yes.
We like subtitles.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I acted as one of the clowns, and also me and Vishak did the scenography for that.
Yes.
And then after that, Macbeth.
Yes. And you played?
I played Malcolm.
The son who returns victorious at the end of the play. So that's quite a range of characters. So in Peter Pan, you were the father. Mr. Darling. In A Fire, as you say, you were a clown, and that's it. And you played a prison guard, or no?
Prison guard also, yeah.
Okay, yes, prison guard. And then in Macbeth, Malcolm. Yes. What is there about these roles that you liked? Why would you want to play these characters?
For different reasons, because in theater, I always find things to do more, one step better every time. So, so after Peter Pan, when you were planning A Fire, that time, I was into designing first, the scenography first, and later I joined. There was a chance for clowning, and then I jumped in.
Yes.
Because clowning was is one of my favorite things, like something I would like to work on. So that's how I got into that. And then Malcolm was one of my best characters, one of my favorite characters, because I worked so much. Yes.
Okay.
3-4 months.
He comes at the beginning, and then we don't see him until the end.
Yeah, and after that, 4th act will come back.
Yes, he comes back in the 4th act.
Yeah.
So
that had a serious arc in it. So that's why I like that character.
And you have clowning, you say, is something that has special meaning to you. What does it mean to you to play a clown?
Oh, clowning is kind of a therapy. Like, it's like no much expectation. We can just give according to how it is coming to us. We can improvise and work on it. So that is very enriching for me, I guess.
Okay. The significance of a clown throughout history is very special. He or she is the outsider, right? The one that can comment on the action. I'm thinking of King Lear, the fool. Such a wonderful part. So this is a kind of persona who has permission to say what he or she feels about the action.
Yes, throughout history it has been like that.
Yes.
And still,
and still it goes on.
It goes on. It has its relevance also.
Yes. Yeah, of course. Because somebody needs to tell the king what? That the king has no clothes, the emperor has no clothes.
Not just what he likes.
Yes, exactly. Not just rubbing it, making him feel good, but actually wanting to say, look, You have to pay attention to this.
Yeah. And that space is also there for the clown because of the jokes and everything. That space is also there for the clown to give serious things also, give serious instructions also.
Yes. But in a comical way.
In a comical way.
So it's a teaching, but with humor.
But so there is always a doubt whether it is serious or is it funny.
Yes.
So that can stay in between that.
Yes. This is what I'm dealing with now in a marriage proposal. Chekhov had maybe something serious to say about the society that he was living in, but he chose to say it through comedy. And you have chosen also to direct comedies. So tell me about this chronicle of the professor. Yes. How did this idea come to you?
Professor, the lesson by Eugene Ionesco, which is an absurd play. I was interested in it from last 3-4 years, but then I didn't get an opportunity to direct it. So last year, just started like that. And then the play had 3 characters, professor, and then the student and the maid.
The maid, yes.
All those characters. But when I adapted it, I just took the character of the professor and the graph of how it goes, the play goes. The graph, how the play goes. In the end, it's all like that.
Yes. It's quite scary at the end.
Yeah. So I just took that graph and it was done by Vishak, who's also part of our group. Vishak Basi, who's also a part of our group.
Yes.
It was one act play also, and he acted the solo. He did a solo performance in that.
But you wrote the script.
Yeah, I wrote the script.
And directed it.
Designed and directed it.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was a very good experience. Like 3-4 months we were inside that throughout, working on this. Okay, well, let's do this, let's do that. Okay, we'll try this. Okay, this is not working out. Let's try the next thing. Like that. And so many elements of expressionistic elements were coming out, because we both were, during our college days, that time we were trained in expressionistic by an expressionistic group. We got a workshop and a production that time. So that's why we had whenever we approach things, there is a little bit expressionistic that is coming.
Okay, for those who don't know, can you explain what you mean by expressionistic?
Okay, that is big. Expressionistic as in, it is not just to show things as it is. To show, there is always layers to things. Layers to the stories, or maybe little actions, and even the costume, music, everything has more layers to it than it is just what it means. So this expressionistic, by what I understand from it, is this, by this, we are trying to amplify the actions, the colors, the set, whatever, it will tell its own story, not just the story which is written in the script.
Okay, and where did this genre of play, where did it originate? Expressionism.
I'm not sure about the history, but then Italian, I guess, Commedia dell'arte was a very...
Before, that was a precursor. That came before.
Yeah.
And
from that, I guess...
We will let you know about Expressionism separately in maybe a link. Let's see. Because it's a very interesting genre of playing, and it has served purposes in theater, also I think in dance, in art, visual
paintings,
arts. Yes,
paintings also.
So we'll let you know. So Expressionism, and of course the UNESCO. Absurdity. And it at the end of that play, it becomes quite cruel. Yes. So there is this theater of cruelty from the absurd. Yeah. You like to play with these genres.
Genres, yes. Absurd is something absurd, and this existential.
Yeah.
existential crisis, all those things is something which has interested me for years. So not just in art, in life as well. So that was an influence. That is an influence for me too. I think I like this. I like to work this way because I am influenced a little bit by in life as well.
Okay.
With this existential
how
things
does this apply to life?
Like in life, people are running behind everything. So for the professor also, Chronicles of the Immortal Professor also, the theme was people are running for job, every day morning till evening job. They work for years, they gain money, they pay their rent, then they give like that. Their time it's in a loop. It's going on in a loop. So that idea has always been a little bit absurd for me. That working for. That's how I actually turned to theater in the first place. I was supposed to go into this business field. I was doing my MBA and all. Then I dropped it and came. So that time I was supposed to. I was so confused, and this existential problem was there
in your own life,
in my life, and that's how I turned to. So I reached theater. That's how I reached here. So that is working. Yeah.
And so you find an opportunity to play it now that you're in theater.
Yeah, it influences me. It excites me. The way I can work in relating to these things excites me. So in Professor also, this thing is very evident. Actually, I wrote it. The first draft I wrote it with one of my friends' place in Bangalore, who is working. He's working all the time, like morning to night, and then they don't have time. They just get some remuneration. They pay the rent, a little bit saving sometimes. But he asked me. He does not have any art background or anything. But he asked me, what is the purpose? Why am I doing
this? What is the purpose of life?
Why am I doing this? What am I doing? I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That's it. He is confused. That was there for me for some time, and that actually inspired me for working on that. So it's like the professor, in that we were working on loops, the repetition of life, repetition of everything that is coming in life. And then the absurdity, we were giving it in a comic design, a comic sense, and then until a point where it all turns to an absurd.
As well as the play you're working on now.
Zoo Story, yes.
The Zoo Story, Edward Albee's Zoo Story has the same arc of playing.
Yeah.
It's funny until it's not funny anymore.
Yeah, that has this.
Actually, we don't want to give it away because you haven't seen his version of it yet.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen in 23rd and 24th November.
Please go ahead.
23rd and 24th of November in Kriba.
Kalabhumi, Auroville. Yes. So please come and see it.
Please come.
Yes. Who is in this play? Who are your actors?
My actors are, one is Sajeev.
Pasala.
Sajeev Pasala. He has worked a lot in theater in Hyderabad, and then he was in Macbeth with us.
Yes.
Then Sudarshan.
Yes.
Sudarshan Rangaraj.
Okay.
Sudarshan. He is, by profession, he is an architect. But then he has this passion towards acting and theatre, and he has been
worked with us. Yeah, he worked
from
with
Peter Pan actually.
Yes, he was a policeman
in Peter Pan. Then later in The Fire also he worked as.
Yeah, he was tech
projections.
He worked
with projections.
Yes. So it's nice in a way. We have this pool of actors.
One more actor is there, Orlando. Orlando.
I have not met this person yet. Who is this person?
So he's studying with me right now in Pondicherry
Mysterious Orlando.
No, he'll meet. He's not as mysterious, but yeah.
Okay.
He has not come to see you
He's going to play.
He's going to play the role of a dog. Dog. So there are basically two characters, Peter and Jerry.
Yes.
And then
the dog.
The dog. Dog is actually one of the characters in one of the stories which Jerry tells to Peter.
Yes.
So we are visualizing it for certain purposes.
Yes. Yes.
So those are the characters.
Nice. It's it's kind of fun to work with non-human characters.
Yeah.
Because it gives you a lot more freedom. You don't have to stay within the boundaries of human behavior.
Yes.
Although, of course, the point of having a character of an animal is to make a equation between the human and the animal. Yes. The baser instincts of human nature get expressed in animal characters. Yeah.
And we are working out with in a bit cartoonish way. The dog's character.
Yes.
So as you said,
it needs to lighten up a little bit.
Anyway. Trust me, the text doesn't say that, but then
yes.
But then we are somewhat going through that route. And the behavior of animals and people, everything is a big concept in this. How people behave with people and people behave with animals and animals with all those things becomes a part of the.
And of course, there's the animal nature inside of us.
Yes.
When does that come out? How does that come out? How is that expressed? So it's very interesting that you brought to life this character of the dog that was written but not
supposed to be
actually. So we'll see what that looks like. You're now at Pondy University. Yeah, tell us about this experience.
Yeah, actually I have, after I told MBA, I was doing MBA. After that I went, joined Drama School Thrissur. So I did my degree again there.
Okay.
After that I worked for 2-3 years, and now I thought I'll get a post-graduation. I'll do.
You work, what did you do? What was your work?
I was working here also, in Kerala also, some theatre.
Okay.
Basically theatre, some short films, some.
Okay. You are available for films.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, also.
Yeah.
And set design and directing.
And now in this play I'm working on music also. So yeah, music also.
Okay. Okay.
And also Hartmut is doing the music in our place.
Yes, Hartmut van Leers, a good friend of ours, who has written music for many of our plays.
Also, I will be working on the music, some part also. We both are doing. And another friend who will be working on the live music part also. So these are the.
So there will be a live musician.
Yeah, that too has to be there.
On stage.
On stage, not on stage. Yeah.
Not behind.
Behind, not on the stage.
Okay. Behind. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So so we look forward to seeing the zoo story, the zoo story on the dates that he has told you in November
23rd and
24th at Kripa.
Saturday
and Sunday. So please come.
Please come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rohit.
Thank you, Jill.
You're welcome.